And ladies and gentlemen, we are back at Paul H. Muse Field at Dragon Stadium as halftime is finishing up here in Junction City. It's the Dragons 26, the Hector Wildcats 7, as both teams are taking the field. A couple of rushing stat for Jaquez Dancy, 14 carries, 140 yards, and a touchdown. Keandre Evans also with a 73-yard kickoff return after Hector's opening drive, in which they were able to drive down the field and score, but it's been 26 unanswered so far for the Dragons. Coach, what do you think? I mean, this is still a ball game. I mean,
it's still a ball game. 19 points, still a good ball game. A lot of time left on the clock. So,
what do you think the Wildcats have to do offensively to get back into this ball game?
The big plays they had early, they just got to string those together and move the football down the field a little bit at a time, not try to hit a home run, because you're not going to against a speedy Junction City defense. You've got to put together a drive, get back on the board, and play some defense.
And that's one thing that we've talked about throughout the years, the speed of the Dragon defense. Hector with some skilled players as far as, their quarterback, the freshman Gaines, Nichols. We've talked about Brashear tonight. Speedy guys, but as far as this Dragon defense, I mean, all 11 on the field, flying to the football, led by Josh Armstrong. He had 11 tackles in the first half, school's all-time leader, and he still has a couple of games, as far as single season, a couple of games to go, hopefully.
He stays healthy. He's got a great shot to break that record for sure.
Yes, he does. And so just under 2 minutes to go here in halftime. The Dragons, I believe, will receive to start the second half, up 26-7. Hector still stretching, and while we're waiting, I'll read off some more of these sponsors. The title sponsor of the Dragon Sports Network, El Dorado Chemical. A couple of small town proud sponsors, Junction City Floors, owned by Mr. Steve and Miss Sharon Williams. Junction City Pharmacy, Mr. Leon and Miss Sherry Hines. McDonald's Grocery, Mr. Rhett and Miss Holly Henry. The Accident and Injury Center of South Arkansas, Dr. Jed Frisbee. Three Creeks Baptist Church and Three Creeks Youth Ministry. STI Sims, First Financial Bank, Legacy Neurosurgery, Hog Wild Pest Control, and Blackman's Supply. And while we're at it, this broadcast is the exclusive property of the Dragon Sports Network and the AAA. The express written approval of the Dragon Sports Network of the Junction City District is required for the rebroadcast of any or all parts of the program. The schools participating in this football playoff game are members of the Arkansas Activities Association. As authorized by their school boards, the administrators of these schools have helped to write the rules and regulations that govern participation of students in competitive activities for the schools that are members of the AAA. The AAA, which is sponsoring this football playoff game, is a voluntary nonprofit educational association of some 500 junior and senior public and private high schools of Arkansas. The regulations which guide these events are adopted by the schools themselves and determine the type of program they believe to be the most desirable for high school youth. The AAA is one of 50 state organizations that belong to the National Federation of State High School Associations. This association formulates policies, game rules, and standards for the inter-school competition. The schools of Arkansas have adopted these rules on eligibility, which correspond to those recommended by the National Federation. And now that I'm warmed up, it will be a squib kick and taken by Evans. And he will take it to the left side. He's up the field. He's going to get across midfield and going to lower his shoulder and get down to about the Wildcat 46-yard line. So a squib kick to start the second half for the Wildcats. I'm not sure if that was designed or not, but it gives the Dragons excellent excellent field position inside the 50 to start the second half.
A great athlete making a great play there. We've called Evans' name all night.
Yes, we have. 11:53 in the third quarter. Opening drive for the Dragons here in the second half. Holyfield in the shotgun. Brown and Dancy set to his right and left respectively. He's going to fumble the snap, and it's going to be a busted play. Holyfield's going to pick it up. He's going to cut across. He's going to make a room. He's going to out. He's got running room, and he's going to be tackled and tripped up just inside the 15-yard line. So a busted play. The handoff was supposed to go to Dancy. A busted play, and Holyfield makes good and takes it for 36 yards down to the Dragon 11-yard line.
Having an athletic quarterback gives you an advantage.
Yes, it does. Couldn't have drew that one up any better. Under 11:40 to go. Holyfield in the gun. Dancy to his left. Drops back to pass. He's got time. He's going to throw to the corner. He's got Bell. And touchdown, Jamario Bell. Holyfield's second touchdown pass of the game. This one, 11 yards to Jamario Bell. And the Dragons waste absolutely no time.
2 plays, 47 yards. Exactly what they wanted to do coming back out in the second.
Yeah, that is right. Exactly how you wanted to attack the second half. 32-7.
2 big plays by Holyfield.
Yes, it was. The busted play, picked it up, and just showed his athleticism. 36 yards down to the 11. And then the 11-yard pass to Bell. Just a hard target to defend.
They're not going to get this field goal off.
And they won't. And Smith, trying to make some
there, trying to make a little jump pass to Bell.
Yes, it was trying to make something out of nothing. And Jarkel Brown appears to be shaken up on the play, and he'll walk that one off. So with 11:32 to go here in the third quarter, a 2-play, 47-yard drive that took up about 25 seconds. And the Dragons have a 32-7 lead here in this quarterfinal matchup of the Class 2A state playoffs.
While we got a little time, this is a great deal you guys have with the Dragon Sports Network. A lot of people are able to watch all over the state. I know an old neighbor of mine, Brian Bentley, and his family watching from the land of the Bombers in Mountain Home. Good to see that they're able to watch the game tonight.
Glad to have them with us tonight. So Brown still shaking off, and Holyfield will tee it up this time for the Dragons. It'll be another corner kick, and it's going to be fumbled and picked. I know one Dragon had a chance at it. I'm not sure.
Looks like it's going to be Junction City football.
And it'll be Junction City football, so we see it again the second time a Hector return man has tried to run up to catch the kick. It happened first on the punt that resulted in a turnover for the Dragons, and this time right out of the gate, and the Hector offense will have to wait once again to see the field as they turn it over on the kickoff.
Another big play on special teams. Jarkel Brown came back on the field after being hurt on the extra point. Looks like he's jogging back off out of the huddle this time. Maybe he'll go back in a second.
Doubles formation. Holyfield drops back to pass. He's got enough time over the middle, and incomplete just out of the arms of a sliding Bo Hooks. So Dragons are in a doubles formation. 11:21 to go here in the third quarter here in Junction City. A very, very cold night, as my broadcast crew will attest. 32-7, the Dragons over the Wildcats. 2nd and 10, ball sits on the 34. Going to hand off. It's going to go to Dancy around the right side. He's got running room. He's got a block. Big block by Javante Rogers, and Dancy is going to take it down inside the 5.
Looks like they're marking down at about the 3-yard line.
And Dancy just using his speed out there on the outside, and a great job by Javante Rogers with a great block to allow Dancy to add to that run. And I believe you're right. They will mark him out at about the 3-yard line. So it'll be another 1st and goal opportunity for this Dragon offense. Nearing the 11-minute mark of the third quarter. Holyfield in the gun. Dancy to his right. Drops back to pass. He's got enough time. And the pass is incomplete. Try to dump it off to his right side. Sailor Wilson. Pass will fall incomplete.
Good effort there by Wilson.
Yes, it
was.
In
the end zone, trying to make a big play.
And Dancy did a good job of picking up the defensive end that come in the place of Bell's absence on the route he ran.
These guys are leaving it all out on the field. Playoff atmosphere, good to see.
Holyfield in the gun, Dancy to his left, drops back to pass, scans the field over the middle, and just a little live pass to Jarkel Brown for the touchdown, and it's 39-7. 38-7 with the extra point.
12 points in a minute and 4 seconds. Junction City, Coach Carpenter must have gave them a pretty inspired speech there at halftime. They came out fired up.
And I don't know if you could have drawn it up any better than it has happened so far. As you said, a minute and 4. And the Dragons have 2 touchdowns here early in the third quarter. So Brown is ready this time. There's a snap. Hold is down, and the kick is good. So with timeout on the field, it's the Dragons 39, the Wildcats 7, and Junction City taking advantage of a kickoff return from Evans to put him inside the 50 that led to the first score of the second half, and then a fumbled kickoff on the ensuing after the first drive that led to the second score. So as you mentioned, special teams has played a huge role tonight.
It really has. A couple of big plays for Junction City. Has been the big momentum swing. Hats off to Hector. They're jogging around out there getting ready for the kickoff return. Those guys are playing hard here in the third quarter.
Yes, they are. Still a lot of fight left in the Hector Wildcats. You are watching a broadcast of the Dragon Sports Network. Title sponsor El Dorado Chemical. And Brown with the usual corner kick, and it's going to be taken by Brashears. No fair catch. He's going to take it across the left field, and he will be tripped up.
Randall Holyfield
by Randall Holyfield.
The tackle on special teams.
Throwing touchdown passes and making tackles on kickoff.
He can do it all.
Coach Carpenter, I don't think he ever let you play kickoff, did he, Stephen?
Like I said earlier, it's nice to have an athlete at quarterback. And that definitely wasn't me.
So 10:52 to go here in the third quarter in Junction City. Gaines in the shotgun. Brashears to his left, Nichols behind him. It's going to be another low snap. And they're going to have to kind of draw one up, in a big hit. This time Javante Rogers with a big hit from his safety position. So far we've seen that with low snaps, kind of throws a kink in the offense as far as timing and where receivers are going to be.
Pretty good catch by Tyler Brashear, taking a big hit. Sets up a 2nd and 7.
Under 10.5 minutes to go. Be interesting to see how this Hector offense adapts to being down 32 here early in the third. Shotgun formation. Brashears and Nichols split to each side. Handoff's going to go to Brashears. He's going to lower his head, and he will pick up, I believe, about 3 yards, setting up a manageable third down for the Wildcats.
He's hammered by Will. Will Smith had a big hit there. He's a little slow to get up. Let's hope he's okay. Well, we got another timeout in the action. Back in DeWitt, Arkansas. We got a couple of coaching buddies watching the game. Drew Horton, a loyal Junction City Dragon fan tonight.
Glad to have you listening. So while we're here at this timeout, I'll go ahead and mention some more proud sponsors of the Dragon Sports Network. First Financial Bank is a proud sponsor of Junction City football and their continued tradition of excellence. They're the only bank that's headquartered right here in Union County, where our customers live and work. If you're looking for a new way to bank that rewards you, then check out our new Casasa accounts. Visit us on the web at ffb1.com or stop by any of the 7 convenient Union County locations. Our friendly, professional staff would love to visit with you and answer your questions. Come in and see us today. Tomorrow you'll be glad you did. Do you Casasa? You should. First Financial Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. So Will Smith shaking up on the play. He will walk off the field under his own power. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Wildcats. Gains in the shotgun, drops back to pass. He's got time, he's going to dump it over the middle. Incomplete. And a flag on the plate. I think it will be in that direction. It will be a hold. And that's the call.
Some disgruntled fans here as our PA announcer got the call wrong. Hopefully he gets that fixed. He's got it fixed.
So the holding penalty will be declined. Bring up a 4th down and 5 for the Wildcats. Under 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And I believe it will be a punting situation. Gaines in punt formation with the ever dangerous Jaquez Dancy awaiting the punt.
He's going to have a chance at a return.
Yes,
He's going to let it roll dead.
And it'll roll down inside the 30.
Nice punt, turn the field over. Let's see what the Junction City offense can do here.
Definitely, the punt they were able to flip the field. So the Dragon offense, after being gifted, I think that'd be the right word to use, gifted two great field positions to start the third quarter that led to 2 quick touchdowns. Took about a minute and 4 seconds. They will set up shop at the 27-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10. 9:41 to go here in the third quarter. Watching quarterfinal game of the Class 2A state playoffs. Dragon Sports Network. Holyfield in the gun. He's going to hand off to Dancy. He's going to take it around the left side. He's going to make a move. And he's got Wilson to give him another block. He's going to stop and he's going to reverse field and be brought down at the 45-yard line. So we see the athleticism of Jaquez Dancy. He just stops on a dime. We've talked about the field conditions earlier. Not really affected him much, if any.
He put the long spikes in tonight. He did a good job keeping his feet.
Yes,
22, Sailor Wilson had a great block out there.
Yes, he did. And we've seen that. It's one thing with this Dragon offense. They like to toss it around. They got receivers that are sure-handed, can bring it in, but they're not afraid to get their hands on guys and open up some even bigger running plays for the running backs, as Javante Rogers did also earlier in the drive. Holyfield in the gun. Evans set to his left. The handoff's going to go to Evans. He's going to take a big hit, but he's going to keep his feet moving, and another hit pushes him across the 1st down marker. So we see a running back by committee, a big run by Dancy, and then Evans takes a huge hit but keeps his feet running and is able to stay up, and then is hit across the 1st down marker. And that will move the chains for the Dragons. And we have hit the 9-minute mark here in the third quarter in Junction City. High snap, handoff goes to Evans around the right side. And he will use stiff arm, and that will get him about 8 or 9 yards.
Number 20, called.
So Jaquez Dancy getting him a breather. Keandre Evans taking advantage of his time in the backfield. Starting to see some hands on the hips for the Hector Wildcat defense. They've been on the field a lot here in the third quarter so far.
2nd and short here.
Holyfield, quick screen. He's going to find Mitchell, and Mitchell is going to take it to the 16-yard line. Quick screen to Mitchell, and he did the rest with his feet. We see the speed of this Dragon offense.
Quick screen opens up the whole field, and Hector has to do a good job of defending the entire width of the field. And that widens out linebackers and gives Junction City a chance to get back to doing what they do. And that's running the ball between the tackles.
Yes, it does. That's one of the advantages of running the multiple formations. And when you do it well, and it kind of puts the defense in a bind and spaces out the linebackers, you were saying.
Same play, different side.
Holyfield this time screened to Brown, and Brown leaping for the 1st down. So as you said, they run the same play to the opposite side. Holyfield quick pass to Brown, and right at the 1st down marker with the leap, and he will get it, and they'll set up another 1st and goal situation for the Dragons.
Expect to see him in the state track meet come May. That's a big-time jump.
That sure
Jumped
was.
all the way over the Hector defensive back.
So Holyfield in the gun. Wilson and Brown, the wing backs. Keandre Evans set to his right, drops back to pass. Pressure's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to keep it, and he's going to slip down. We see the footing. He lost his footing right there, so it'll be a 2nd down.
Looks like about 5.
Just under 7 minutes and 45 seconds here in the 3rd quarter. Here in Junction City.
2nd down goal now for the Dragons.
Holyfield in the gun. Evans set to his direct right. Handoff's going to go to Evans, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage. And he'll be brought down.
Flag on the play. Puts the flag back in his pocket, and we'll play on.
So they'll wave off the flag, and it'll be a 3rd and goal for the Dragon. Ball sitting in about the 4-yard line. Under 6:50 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Handoff out of the I formation is going to go to Evans, and he's going to plow ahead for the touchdown. And it's 45-7 with 6:43 to go.
Hector mercy ruled all but one of their conference opponents.
Yes, they
this year.
did.
Now they came down and got a taste of their own medicine.
Yes, they did. They'd been dishing it out all season, and the Dragon offense with a product of great field position here in the 3rd quarter based on two big special teams plays. And so the try, point after attempt is no good. 2-point conversion is no good. So with timeout on the field, 6:22 to go here in the 3rd quarter. It is 42-7. Junction City over the Hector Wildcats here in the Class 2A quarterfinal matchup. Excuse me, 45-7, ladies and gentlemen. We had some trouble with the last play from scrimmage before the 2-point conversion. One official said he didn't get in, one said he did, and they were trying to get that sorted out before the 2-point conversion. So far, as I just said, a product of great field position, special teams playing a big role. You have to think that, if Hector's going to get something going, they're going to have to do it on this drive, and they're going to have to do it in a hurry.
That's right. The clock will be rolling. They're going to have to run their offense quick.
Jarkel Brown set to tee it off with the usual corner kick. This time Brashears will fair catch it. About the best thing you can do in that situation, and the ball will be spotted at the 25-yard line. So the Wildcats will be faced, down 45-7. It was have to think it was still kind of manageable when it was 26-11. Now they find themselves down 45-7 with 6:18 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ball sits on their own 25-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10.
Clock will run unless there's a call timeout.
Gaines in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Brashears, and he'll throw it left side of the field. It is complete, but only for a short gain. Nichols on the reception for Hector. And the short completion will move it up to about the 27, 28-yard line. Excuse me, the 29-yard line. 2nd and 6 for the Wildcats. Just under 5:45 to go in the third quarter here in Junction City. Pistol formation. Snap goes to Gaines. He's going to hand it to Nichols.
Left side, number 3.
And
Harry
Nichols plows ahead for the first down. So despite having the state's mercy rule, Hector still running strong, still playing strong, and doing their best.
Still getting a lot of effort out there. That's great to see.
Shotgun formation for Gaines. Nichols, they're going to run the option. He's going to keep Bell bites on the pitch man, and enables Gaines to carry it for about 7 yards. So Ends have been doing a great job all game of containing, especially on plays to the outside. But you like to see your defensive end right there try to pick one and stick with him. Gaines in the shotgun. Handoff's going to go to Nichols around the left side. And he's still running hard. Plows ahead for the first down.
Line of scrimmage. Still running very hard and gets a first down. Big hit there, big collision. Nonetheless, they move the sticks.
And that will be enough to move the sticks for Hector. As the clock continues to run, we'll go under 4 minutes here in Junction City. Watching a broadcast of the Dragon Sports Network quarterfinal matchup, Class 2A state playoffs. Gaines in the shotgun. He's going to hand it, and he's going to keep it this time. And he will get 5 yards before being pushed out of bounds.
It's the third time we've seen that play tonight, and it's gotten at least 5 yards every time.
Yes, it has. Second down and about 6 to go for the Wildcats. Under 3.5 to go. The Junction City Dragons are on top of the Hector Wildcats, 45-7.
Junction City trying to quickly substitute as Hector hurries up to the line of scrimmage, trying to waste no time.
Ball at the Dragon, 44. Takes a snap, handoff goes to Brashear. And he's still running hard.
See where they spot him. They're going to give him a first down.
I believe they will. So we see Brashear and Nichols both still running hard for this Hector offense. Gaines doing a good job of managing the game up to this point so far.
Brashear, just a junior, very gifted athlete.
Watching a broadcast of the Dragon Sports Network, title sponsor El Dorado Chemical. Snap goes to Gaines, and he will keep it. And he would have probably liked to have handed that one off because he will lose yards. And that'll push him back across the 40 to the 42-yard line. This will be 2nd and 15. As we're nearing the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Empty set, trips to the bottom of your screen.
It's like Hector changing the play.
Twins to the top. Drops back to pass. Going to be the bubble screen, and it is, almost intercepted. Bell with the pass breakup. He gets a little more of that big paw of his on the ball. I think he might take that one to the house.
Defensive end almost catching a bubble screen. That's speed, folks.
That's it. It's all over the field for this Dragon defense. So long third down here for the Wildcats. 3rd and 15. Ball sits on the Dragon 42. Under a minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. Split back formation in the shotgun. Gaines drops back to pass, scans. He's pressured, and it is intercepted. Keandre Evans at the 30-yard line makes a move, and he's still on his feet. He cuts back across the field. He's got a couple of blocks. He's across midfield, still on his feet, and he will take it down. And he's still going to go, and he is going to take it into the end zone for the touchdown. Keandre Evans with us.
He has made play after play.
After play. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the stuttering. At any one moment, it looked like he was about to be tackled. He kept kind of dancing around, shuffling, staying on his feet, and was able to take it in for the touchdown. So 2 touchdowns for Evans. Not on the offensive side of the football. The kickoff return for 73 yards and the 70-yard interception return.
I don't know if we've got the capability to send that into ESPN, but we better figure it out. That's the play of the night.
We do need to find a way to get that sent into Bristol. I formation, and they fumbled the handoff from Holyfield to Dancy. But the score at the end of the third quarter, with a non-stop clock here in the border town, it's the Junction City Dragons 51, the Hector Wildcats 7 in this Class 2A quarterfinal matchup. Mention some proud sponsors of the Dragon Sports Network, as we are all but 12 minutes from playing next week. Junction City Florist, Junction City Pharmacy, McDonald's Grocery, all proud sponsors of the Dragon Sports Network, and all located in Junction City. The Accident Injury Center of South Arkansas, Three Creeks Baptist Church and Three Creeks Youth Ministry, STI Sims, First Financial Bank, Legacy Neurosurgery, Hog Wild Pest Control, Blackman Supply. I'm glad to have all these businesses and organizations on board for the Dragon Sports Network. Not to forget our title sponsor, El Dorado Chemical.
If everything goes as planned, Coach Carpenter right now tied 12th all-time in the state of Arkansas with Ron Clark of Berryville with 211 total wins. Everything goes good in the fourth quarter. Coach Carpenter is going to move into an 11th place tie with Bill Barden of Harding Academy.
And very well earned that will be. So the Brown kickoff is actually fielded by Nichols at the 33-yard line. He lets it go out of bounds. You know, they will get 2 more yards. They would have gotten 2 more yards on that, but in this situation, 51-7, Dragons on top of the Wildcats as we start the fourth quarter here in Junction City. Wildcats moving from the south end zone to the north end zone. Gains in the shotguns. Back split to each side. Twins to the bottom of the screen. He's going to fake the handoff to Brazier and keep it himself. And he will be greeted at the line of scrimmage by number 12, Lane Wood, and number 70, Corey Kemp. So with the non-stop clock, Dragons are 11 and a half minutes from playing next week. We've yet to hear another score update from the Rising Carlisle game, which the winner of this one, presumably the Dragons, barring a huge comeback. So 11 minutes to go here in the fourth and final quarter of action in Junction City. It'll be a third and about 5 for the Wildcats. Dragons starting to sub several guys in on the defensive side of the football, because that experience, especially during the playoffs, is very, very valuable.
Hector now taking their time, getting the huddle broke, getting up to the line of scrimmage. Only 9 seconds on the play clock left.
And the handoff will go to Brashears, and I believe he will get a first down. So Hector will keep
running hard. He sure is. He's had a good night.
Yes, he has. Hector will keep the chains moving as we hit the 10-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Non-stop clock here in Junction City.
9 minutes left. Junction City wins tonight. They'll move to 6-1 all-time at home in quarterfinal games. Their only loss coming in 1999 to a Gus Malzahn coach Shiloh Christian team. Coach Malzahn's got a little bit bigger matchup.
I would think so.
Quarterfinal game tomorrow.
Yes, he does. The Iron Bowl. 9.5 to go here in Junction City. Gaines in the shotgun, back split to each side. He's going to hand it off. This time it's going to go to Nichols. And we can't say it enough. This Hector offense, as Coach Taylor said, earlier in the week with his team, is a win-win situation. They come down here, if they're able to pull the upset, he said it'd be the biggest win in school history. And you have to agree with him. But if not, you fall to 11-2 and you celebrate the accomplishments of this senior class.
3 or 4 years removed from not even having a football
from not even fielding the football team
they
to
really
an 11.
Came out of nowhere and look for this Hector team to contend down the road.
Yes, especially under the leadership of Coach Taylor, has done a great job. So bunch trip set to the bottom of the screen. Handoff's going to go to Nichols, and he's going to break off of 2 tackles, but he won't be able to get out of the reach of safety Jonathan Mitchell.
Starting to see some subs in there for the Dragons, some younger guys getting some good playing time action in the playoffs.
Very valuable playoff experience for the younger guys. We're nearing the 8-minute mark, 51-7 if you're just joining us. The Dragons well in control of this quarterfinal matchup.
12, Lane Wood now in at defensive end, senior for the Dragons. And also 24, Madison Matthews playing the other end. He's just a junior.
Gaines in the pistol. Fumbles a snap, and he'll be run down, as you were just mentioning, by number 12, Lane Wood. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
Big play there for the senior.
For the Wildcats. 7:35 left in this ball game. Gaines back to punt.
It's like 25, Pravante Avery, a junior, back deep to return the punt. Let's see if he gets a shot.
And
low line drive punt.
And he will field it at about the 20. And he's going to try to reverse field. Flag on the play. Keeps his feet in. Finally brought down at about the 20. So danced around a little bit. Looked for some running room. But there is a flag on the play as the clock continues to run here in the 4th quarter.
Face mask. 5-yard penalty mark out.
Face mask called against Hector. They'll move it up 5. Dragon offense will get another shot.
So the clock continues to move. Coach Carpenter waiting to give the play. 51-7 is the score. Junction City on top of the Hector Wildcats, the champions of the 4-2A, coming into tonight's game 11-1 on the year. And the Dragons will call a timeout. So, timeout on the field. I'll take another time to read the disclaimer by the Dragon Sports Network. This broadcast is the exclusive property of the Dragon Sports Network and the AAA. The express written approval of the Dragon Sports Network or the Junction City District is required for the rebroadcast of any or all parts of the program.
We got any scores coming in, Jacob?
The last I heard, it was Rising 19, Carlisle 6. Carlisle 8. Junction will play the winner of that game. Not sure. I believe
final game against Rising. A couple of good ones come to mind. I believe in semifinal games, Junction is split in that series 1-1. Junction City beat Rising on their way to a 2003 state championship.
Yes, they did, 2003.
Very next year, Aaron Terry, quarterback for Rising, comes back and beats Junction City 10-0.
10-0. Mm-hmm. Two very good games. As far as when we talk about, Coach Carpenter and his school's 59th playoff game. He's coached 57 of them. Those two definitely come to mind. I'm talking about some of the best ones. The Dragon offense right there. 6-yard carry. Take us under the 5.5 minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Jarkel Brown now in at quarterback. And the Dragon offense slowly letting time run off the play clock. 51-7. Handoff goes to Prevante Avery around the left side, and he will get, I believe, about 3 yards.
Not quite as many formations as Hector shown tonight, but Junction City showing a little power eye.
The old, back in my day, and of course back in your day, the bread and butter, the ground and pound. Kind of makes old Dragon smile when they get in the running formations. 4:32 to go here in the fourth quarter. Junction City well in control of this quarterfinal contest, 51-7. Brown under center, wishbone formation. Handoff. Right side, running hard. Sam Williams running hard, and Williams will be pushed out of bounds at about the Dragon 48-yard line. Clock continues to move.
Another senior running back getting a tote in a playoff game.
And that's one thing we see. We see a lot of dancing. We even seen Evans that one drive. But you look at this Dragon backfield has a ton of depth. Many guys, including a couple of freshmen that have moved up that may not see action, in the playoffs, but definitely will be in the rotation come next year.
Really reminds you of that 99 backfield with so many backs. Just pick your poison.
Pick your poison.
Whoever you wanted to give it to. You had Marcus Godfrey, who's out there on the sideline right now, coaching up Dancy as we speak. Jamario Easter, Lamont Creer.
Handoff goes to Avery, and he will
Brown hands off to number 25.
get about 3 yards. So we're near the 3-minute mark.
Kevin Payne, Lorenzo Lee, all those guys in that 99 stable of running backs.
Yeah, that was well said. Like you said, pick your poison. Didn't matter who was back. Didn't matter who was back there. It was definitely going to be a task to bring them down. Or
don't forget the big bruising fullback they had, Corey Hurst.
Under 2:45 to go here in this quarterfinal matchup. Wishbone formation once again. Dragons just trying to run out the clock. Brown hands off.
Handoff goes to,
and I believe it was
C.J. Johnson.
Fumbled, and it is going to be Hector football.
That was C.J. Johnson, number 33, a freshman on the tote for the Dragons. Hector will take over here, 1st and 10.
And the freshman getting a carry. And you hate to see him cough it up, but that young man will have many, many more opportunities in the future. Coaching staff is very, very high on that young man. So on a cold night here in Junction City, the Dragons have done their part in heating it up. 51-7 as we're under 2 minutes. Gaines hands off to Nichols up the middle, and
number 88, Justin Freeman, in on that tackle, also a 9th grader.
So you like to see the freshman getting valuable experience, especially in the playoffs. Bring up a 2nd down and 7 for the Wildcats, taking their time. Split back formation. Handoff's going to go to Brashear around the right side, and he will be brought down just short of the first down.
Number 20, Sam Williams, the senior, in there on that tackle.
60 seconds of the night's contest. it's good to see Madison Matthews on the field for the Dragons. Had a collarbone injury earlier in the year. It's good to see him back out there. Handoff on the motion. And still running hard.
Looks like number 68, Michael Smith, another senior defensive lineman for the Dragons, making that tackle.
Colton Pratt also in on the tackle. Number 20, Sam Williams. You like to see not only is it the starters flying to the football, but even when the freshmen and the younger guys see time, they're flying to the football as well. So 15 seconds to go. Fans starting to clear out here. And it'll be a give, and I think that'll just about do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be the final play.
Hector coach heading across the field.
And that'll do it from Junction City. The final, the Dragons 51, the Hector Wildcats 7, and they will advance to the semifinals. And they will play the winner of Rising or Carlisle.
Just got word that Carlisle took over the lead in the third quarter there.
Okay, so that sounds like that is a very, very exciting ball game going on in Cleveland County right now. We will go ahead and go into the post-game show. Let us get situated around, turn around here. Well, Coach, 51-7. It's we talked up the Hector team, and it really was a pretty formidable opponent when you look at what they were able to do. They mercy ruled all but one team this year, 11-1. Coach Taylor's really has that bunch turned around, and they had a pretty long trip north of Russellville down here to play a Junction City team that's defending state champion, and put their best foot forward, but it just wasn't enough. What do you think? What do you see in this Dragon offense that's they're going to have to keep doing?
There's just so many weapons on the field. It's really a pick your poison kind of thing. With who do you want to tote the rock? And tonight it was Dancy. He did his job. Also, Evans had a couple big carries, a couple big plays. Did a great job tonight. We did just get word that the Dragons will play Carlisle here at home next week in the state semifinals as the Bison come away with a big win. Running back Bo Weddle there at Carlisle, He'll be one to watch.
Yes, he will. That'll definitely be an early name to look at in next week's semifinal matchup with Carlisle. I can remember a semifinal matchup with that same team in 2008. It was once again anytime these two teams get together, it'll be a good matchup. As far as the defensive side of the ball for the Dragons, as we mentioned, Hector with their first drive just basically had their way with Junction City. Drove down the field, you ran out of several different formations, and just pretty much had their way on one of the best defenses in the state. But the Dragons rebounded, and also talk about how special teams played.
I think that was a key early on for Hector moving the football. They got in so many different formations, kept Junction City off balance. But once Junction City figured it out and got going, Hector really had trouble moving the ball at all. I don't have the stats, don't know how many yards they got in the second half, but it wasn't very many. And, you talked about special teams. Special teams played a huge role tonight.
Yes, it did.
Big plays all over the field.
And, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go ahead and wrap it up here in Junction City. It's the Dragons with the victory in the quarterfinals, 51-7 over the 4-2A champion Hector Wildcats, and they will be at home at Paul H. Muse Field at Dragon Stadium, and the Dragon Sports Network will have the call. 7 p.m. kickoff against the Carlisle Bison, with a chance at Little Rock on the line as the 2012 defending state champions take care of business tonight against the Hector Wildcats. With Stephen Jones, I'm Jacob Pumphrey. We've enjoyed it. Have a great night.